Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Wednesday Night Storm. Just 2 more episodes until Afterparty. We've got more to announce for that card, but we, of course, have to get to the World Champion Samoa Joe opening the show tonight. If you missed last episode, MMA legend Conor McGregor debuted to confront the World Champ. But he shocked us all when he said he and his apparent hitman, Bobby Lashley, will not be challenging for Joe's world title. McGregor attacked Joe anyway, so now the question becomes, how is Samoa Joe going to respond, and where does that leave McGregor and Lashley? Let's get to the champ in the ring to find out. I know everyone wants to hear about what happened with McGregor last episode. The truth is, I don't care about what he did. He apparently doesn't believe the World Championship is worth it, so he doesn't matter to me. But he was right about one thing. When you lose to me, your title opportunities go away. So I'm looking for something new. And if Lashley and McGregor aren't that, then who is? Well, you had to believe this was coming. The Bladerunners officially formed last episode, and I think we were all wondering when Jay White was going to address Samoa Joe again. I'll make this short and sweet here, Joe. My Bladerunners are about to run this company. We are the most powerful force in GAW, and we're starting at the top. We want a tag team match with a vaunted world champion tonight. Pick whoever you want to team with, it doesn't matter. Your ass is done tonight. I hate encouraging this kind of behavior, but I can't resist the chance to kick your sorry ass again. Well, folks, we can make it official for you. The main event tonight will be the Bladerunners, specifically Jay White and Drew McIntyre, taking on World Champion Samoa Joe and a partner of his choosing. But for now, let's get to maybe the 2 most discussed, the 2 hottest men in the business right now, Bobby Lashley and the debutante Conor McGregor. And I'm not quite sure that anyone has just a concept of how insane it is that Conor McGregor is here, dressed to the nines apparently, representing his new so-called Hitman tonight. Now we do have a tweet from the notorious Conor McGregor. Says, quote, "The champ meant what he said last night. A passionate man attacks the champion for a match. A smart man attacks the champion to get in his head. There's more for us down the road." So make of that what you will, I suppose. It's pretty hard to say what he may mean by that, but tonight the unlucky soul that will take on Bobby Lashley in his return is Cody Rhodes, a man making a return of his own after being attacked by the man that we now know to be Jay White. That was about 2.5 months ago, I guess now. Time certainly moves fast here with GAW with everything that's going on. But Cody Rhodes making his return to the ring after being attacked by Jay White, and still feels like he maybe should be the #1 contender for the World Championship. And White took that away from him. So he has a chance to get back on track here against the Hitman, Bobby Lashley. Let's see what Bobby might have in store here for the American Nightmare, and immediately starting off showcasing his unbelievable strength and power. Apparently McGregor has dressed down, got ready for a fight here. He came out in his nice suit, his nice 3-piece suit. I wonder what he did with that. We'll have to see. Oh, Cody Rhodes, though. Nice springboard into the senton. You don't often see him bust that one out. And like I said, Bobby Lashley might be the man most talked about right now, but Cody Rhodes, he certainly has a lot on the line, a lot to prove, given his history, what happened with Jay White. And a win here over Bobby Lashley after, Lashley again has been the most talked about man in the business, would certainly prove a lot for Cody Rhodes. But I don't think Lashley's going to let that happen easily. McGregor loving that gut wrench bomb. And Lashley comes in with unbelievable power. And we saw it in his many Intercontinental Championship matches. I mean, prior to Nitro 9, Bobby Lashley had held the Intercontinental Championship for 3 months and had defended it successfully 11 times. Now going for the cover off the superplex, Cody Rhodes kicks out. 11 successful defenses in 3 months. This man was as much of a fighting champion as you'll find. And he disappeared after Nitro 9. Apparently, he was with Conor McGregor, and he's, well, it looked like he trained a little bit. It's hard to say that a guy like Bobby Lashley beefed up, but I actually think Lashley may have gotten bigger. And now Rhodes, nice vertical suplex straight into a pin. Lashley doesn't even let the ref get to his knees. McGregor studying intensely. We don't know much about the partnership between these two men, other than McGregor, the notorious one, and Bobby Lashley, his Hitman, so-called. And now Lashley, classic Bobby Lashley, stalling vertical suplex. The absolute strength. Cody Rhodes weighs 240 pounds. The strength to get him up in the air like that, make him look like nothing. And now going for the pin, and Rhodes kicks out at 2. Lashley can't believe it. McGregor not surprised. And now we'll see if Lashley might be looking to end proceedings here soon. Rhodes able to get that elbow in and meets the belly-to-belly overhead with the release. My God, this beast, Bobby Lashley, and now setting up in the corner, probably looking for the spear. Put away many men during his Intercontinental Championship reign, and it may have put away Cody, and it did. Bobby Lashley. And you can hear actually some mixed-in cheers. I guess we have some UFC fans in the crowd that are big fans of McGregor's work in the Ultimate Fighting Championship. But tonight is all about Bobby Lashley. A hellacious spear puts away Cody Rhodes, and it's a disappointing return for Cody. Kind of a tough draw to go into the ring against a man like Bobby Lashley. But, wow, what a performance from Bobby Lashley. He puts everybody on notice. And so now the question, of course, becomes, where do he and McGregor stand right now? Because McGregor's made it clear that they're not going to challenge for the World Championship. And Samoa Joe's made it clear that he doesn't really care. So where does it leave these two? I think only time will tell with them. All we know is we have two very dangerous new groups in GAW between Lashley and McGregor, and then, of course, the Bladerunners, who we will see coming up in the main event of tonight's show. For now, though, speaking of the Intercontinental Championship, we have an announcement from the Rumble on the Beach winner, Matt Hardy, regarding his upcoming title shot. Let's go to that. Next week, Kofi, I'm not waiting for Afterparty. Well, I am a little disappointed that the Intercontinental Championship match will not take place at Afterparty, but at least we have our main event of next episode of Wednesday Night Storm set. Matt Hardy versus Kofi Kingston for the Intercontinental Championship. Now, this is a new look here from British Strong Style, Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate. This is very interesting from these two men, and they have not had well, I shouldn't say start, but at least the post-Nitro careers or run that they, I think, were hoping for. I'm just kind of taken aback by this new change here. Still using Pete Dunne's music, which I'm a fan of, by the way, but British Strong Style, of course, they lost in the first round of the tag team title tournament after Nitro 9, and that really hurt them. I think that hurt their momentum. Then they took a count-out win over Limitless Legion, and then lost a Tornado tag match to the Legion. That was all the way back in episode 6. We haven't seen them since then. So now is their turn to maybe get back on track here. British Strong Style in action.
For he is limitless.
Speaking of the Limitless Legion, they are on their way to the ring right now. Keith Lee and Matt Riddle. And Riddle apparently sporting the hat of NXT, where he's actually been competing in a couple matches since we last saw British Strong Style. Or I'm sorry, since we last saw the Legion. We last saw them losing a #1 contenders match to War Machine back in episode 10. Since then, Matt Riddle has had a couple matches over in NXT. And speaking of #1 contenders matches, we have this tweet to show you from the tag team champions Usos. It says, "We needed a little time to rest after an up and down bash. We'll be coming back with a vengeance. The winner of the tag match tonight will face the Usos at Afterparty for our titles. #welcome." So once again, these two teams will face off. It'll be the third time since Nitro 9 began. And it will be for the #1 contendership, which is quite interesting considering the other teams that are out there. But the Young Bucks are taking their time after Bash. And now Keith Lee, look at this. I wasn't even expecting this, but Lee's got Pete Dunne up. Spirit Bomb. We're like 30 seconds into this match. Referee spots rope break right away. Wow. Spirit Bomb almost immediately. And Keith Lee really taking this seriously. Keith Lee, he was in the Rumble on the Beach, and he was part of the final two, eliminated by Matt Hardy during Hardy's shock run to win that Rumble and get his Intercontinental Championship title shot, which we know will happen next week on Wednesday Night Storm. But when you look at some of the other tag teams in GAW right now, you have the Young Bucks, who are 3-2 post Nitro, which, by the way, in case you were wondering, we reset all of our records at Nitro just so we don't have, 128 and 46 or something like that. So we do reset all of them. So the Young Bucks are 3-2 after that, and they challenge the Usos, of course, at the Bash. War Machine are 3-3, and yet they're not here. So it's really about who's available. And British Strong Style and Limitless Legion, they've been putting in work. So they are the ones who get the nod for this #1 contender match. And anything can happen. I mean, Yun Son Park. Think about the terrific rookie. Oh my God, Keith Lee once again going for a Spirit Bomb right in the corner, and again the referee spots a rope break. And now Riddle made his way all the way over to the other side of the ring. It's just Keith Lee and Pete Dunne in here right now. Riddle and Tyler Bate have not had much to say so far early in this match. It's interesting that the pace is relatively slow given the stakes that we now know, although I'm not positive that either of these two teams know what this match actually became. So it's kind of hard to say. Beautiful standing Hurricane Rana there from Pete Dunne. This guy's got some athleticism as well as, of course, brute strength. And now Keith Lee turns him over into a single leg crab. I don't think Tyler Bate is too worried about what's going on right here. Keith Lee, not known as a submission wrestler, but certainly sinking this one in on Pete Dunne. Dunne manages to get out. And now finally we'll tag in Tyler Bate. This will be Bate's first time in the match. Starts off with a drop kick. We'll see if Tyler Bate can get things started for British Strong Style. But Keith Lee looking tremendous in there right now. And it looks like, well, he gave Pete Dunne a pair of these. It looks like he might have another one coming for Tyler Bate. Spirit Bomb. Straight in the middle of the ring, Keith Lee going for the pin off the Spirit Bomb, and Tyler Bate kicks out. It was awfully early in the match for that. I don't think enough damage had been done to the back of Tyler Bate, so he was just able to get his shoulder up off the Spirit Bomb, and now Matt Riddle coming into the match, trying to attack Tyler Bate in the corner. Bate wrestles his way out, and now double underhook. Wow, beautiful turnaround into an arm drag from Matt Riddle. Now you can see some fluid wrestling from these two. Riddle now tagging in Lee, beckoning Bate 3D. And now Keith Lee going for the pin. Bate in the middle of the ring. Pete Dunne is out, and Dunne breaks it up. And almost got the worst from Keith Lee right there, able to get out. Now, if you're not familiar, the Limitless Legion learned most of their tag team maneuvers, most of their tag team knowledge from the world-famous, legendary Dudley Boyz Team 3D. They've been all over the world. And they trained the Limitless Legion. And so as a callback to the training they received in tag team wrestling, these two men have adopted the 3D as a special move for them. Now Keith Lee, well, he's bleeding from his forehead. It looked like Tyler Bate's ankle may have caught him. And now the roles have been reversed here. Keith Lee puts Bate up. 3D with Riddle on the cutter end this time. And now Riddle going for the pin here. Dunne out again, and yet again Dunne is there to break it up. Tyler Bate has now eaten a Spirit Bomb and 2 3Ds from the Limitless Legion. A lot of punishment for Tyler Bate, as Limitless Legion has had frequent tags and has kept Tyler Bate in this match for now close to 5 minutes. Bate tosses Matt Riddle out of the ring here and gets a second for a much-needed breather, I think, after everything that he's taken. Well, he's managed to do some damage himself, as you can see the blood trickling down from Keith Lee's forehead. The size of Matt Riddle really gets me for how he moves. He is a very big man. Of course, Riddle, martial arts background, fought in the UFC for a brief time, as well as, of course, some other places. So, excuse me, Riddle is well trained, both in martial arts and, of course, in professional wrestling, with trainers that include the aforementioned Dudley Boyz. And he uses that knee to great effect there. And a rare barefoot competitor is Matt Riddle. You don't always see this, but you can see the evidence of it, as the welts and the red marks on his competitors are easily visible as soon as Matt Riddle gets in the ring. And again, Tyler Bate is taking the worst of the offense of these two men. Now, once again, Keith Lee comes in, and oh my God, it's going to be a third. It's going to be a third for Tyler Bate. 3D. Keith Lee once again there to deliver the cutter. Now Lee going for the pin. But again, they didn't realize. I'm not sure why they're not going for Pete Dunne, unless the whole point here is to wear down Tyler Bate with the multitude of 3Ds. That's 3 now, plus a Spirit Bomb that Tyler Bate has been on the wrong end of. And Bate just cannot get anything going. The fans letting him have it. The Limitless Legion is all over big, strong boy right now. And again, Bate just cannot get anything going. And now Bate is busted open right on his forehead. Absolutely brutal. Keith Lee now with the pounce, and the referee almost got the worst of that one as well. He got out of the way just in time. Keith Lee moves so incredibly well for a man of his size. Of course, we know that. If you've ever watched a Keith Lee match, you've heard that. And it's really amazing. Every time you see it, it's really incredible. Now Lee, oh my God, not again. Not again. It's going to happen again. 3D number 4. Matt Riddle goes for the pin, and now Pete Dunne is absolutely knackered in the corner. I think that is it. Pete Dunne finally could not get in the ring in time to stop the 4th 3D. Oh, wow. I wonder if there will be questions asked about Pete Dunne, given that he could not come protect his partner after all of the offense that Tyler Bate took, and he couldn't break up that 4th 3D that Tyler Bate sustained. Absolutely brutal for the Limitless Legion. But regardless, Lee and Riddle will move on to Afterparty. They will face the Usos for the Tag Team Champions, and it's our main event next. Making their way to the ring now for tonight's main event are the Bladerunners. The two men competing tonight, Jay White and Drew McIntyre, flanked by Ricky Steamboat, of course the veteran, lending all of his knowledge to these young men, McIntyre, White, and Buddy Murphy, who is not here tonight. And you can see in the back there the man known as the Blade, who of course helped Drew McIntyre win last week's tag match as he teamed with Murphy, and the Bladerunners beat War Machine, and that was due in large part to the Blade getting himself involved. So Jay White still a part of the World Championship scene, evidently, as he will be taking on the champion Samoa Joe. Who will be Joe's partner? Well, we're about to find out. Well, it looks like Joe picked the right man for the job. Wow, Jay White said that Samoa Joe could have anyone he wanted. And so Joe only went and found one of the most dangerous killers in GAW, Aleister Black. And Black, of course, has major beef with the Bladerunners. Now, the thing about Aleister Black is very interesting that we need to talk about. Black is 4-4 right now, okay? His wins have come in an 8-man tag match. You remember all the way back in episode 1 of Wednesday Night Storm, where he actually pinned Drew McIntyre. Then he beat Matt Hardy and CM Punk, as well as Hangman Page. So this guy has some serious wins, but when you look at his losses, it's a loss to Jay White after Drew McIntyre claymored him. It's a loss to Drew McIntyre after Jay White gave him the Blade Runner. And then it's a loss to Samoa Joe after he was beaten up by Jay White and Drew McIntyre. And then it's a loss to Drew McIntyre. So Aleister Black seems to have a serious issue with these Blade Runners, and he will get a chance at retribution tonight as he teams with the World Champion. Now making his way to the ring is the GAW World Champion Samoa Joe. Undefeated since Nitro, wins over Matt Hardy, Aleister Black, and of course Jay White. Samoa Joe has been a big part of Wednesday Night Storm since he won this title. He's just about everything you would want a champion to be. He is present, he is intimidating, and he is fearless, as evidenced by him taking this match after a brutal attack from the notorious Conor McGregor just last episode. Samoa Joe gets a chance to further put down the Blade Runners after already beating Jay White at Bash at the Beach. Our main event starts right now. Aleister Black starts in the ring for this unlikely duo. Jay White starts for the Blade Runners. 20-minute time limit on this match as well, as it is a normal match. Drew McIntyre, I think you can see Aleister Black just kind of listening to him as the referee goes over, and now Black just staring down Jay White. Oh my God! Went for the Black Mass. White just able to get out of the way. Oh, that shocked me. Black playing mind games with the switchblade, but Jay White was too smart for him. I don't know if he'll be able to outsmart Jay White. Samoa Joe certainly didn't. He just out-toughed him when it came to Bash at the Beach. But Aleister Black making his presence known early right now. Beautiful German to Jay White, and now Black setting up in the corner for this running knee. He has used that to great effect. I believe he used it to put down Hangman Page a few episodes ago. Aleister Black looking great so far, and Samoa Joe gets his shot in, and now Black tags in the Samoan submission machine. Wow, beautiful combination from these two. Looks like they knew what they were doing, and Jay White just able to go over and get the tag from Drew McIntyre. McIntyre facing down Samoa Joe. And now McIntyre, oh my God, Claymore. Well, you want to talk about out of nowhere, McIntyre hits the Claymore on the champion. Samoa Joe kicks out. Aleister Black was not even moving. He knew that Samoa Joe was not going to be put down by that. And now after an early attempt to end the match, Joe, I thought maybe going for the Coquina clutch. Drew McIntyre shakes him off. McIntyre going for Glasgow kiss. Samoa Joe gets the knee in, and now McIntyre is forced to fight his way out of enemy territory over there. Nice headbutt. The Blade loving it. Well, for two non-trained tag teams, these two teams are absolutely blistering right now in terms of pace. By the way, the strength to pick up Samoa Joe for a gut wrench bomb like that for Drew McIntyre. This is a frightening pace from these two teams. I mean, the Bladerunners, you would expect, have at least trained together when it comes to tag team wrestling. I mean, we saw it last week. It takes quite a lot to put down War Machine, even with the interference that we saw from the Blade. But still, these guys certainly know what they're doing. Joe looking for the Uranagi. Drew McIntyre gets out of that one with a beautiful arm drag. But Joe and Black, you would assume, have no experience as a tag team. And the pace is tremendous so far. And now Jay White drop kick into McIntyre, performing a modified Blade Runner. And now, well, Ricky Steamboat's got in the ring. I don't know how this is legal from the referee's perspective, but they've got Samoa Joe up on the top rope. Jay White has him in position for a triple power bomb. Triple power bomb to Samoa Joe. The referee's letting Ricky Steamboat have it. The referee's tossed Ricky Steamboat out of there. Steamboat is gone. Meanwhile, they missed the pin on Samoa Joe. Aleister Black getting involved. Steamboat has been ejected, and that's actually very kind, I think, for the fact that Steamboat was physically involved in this match. Now White rolls up Samoa Joe, and Aleister Black sprints to get the breakup on that cover, and for his troubles, eats a high-angle German from McIntyre. White gouging the eyes now of the world champ. This is, and then the stomp to the head. Samoa Joe is in serious trouble, and now the Blade's gotten involved. They're gonna do this again. This is the second time Samoa Joe's had to take this. Aleister Black is nowhere to be found. I think the Blade knows that he's gonna get thrown out, but it doesn't matter. Triple power bomb to the world champion. Standing over the prone body of Joe. No one there. Joe kicks out of the triple power bomb. Unbelievable. Samoa Joe kicks out of the triple power bomb. Kicks out of two of them. Now Joe has to get the tag in. You are kidding me with this champion right now. I have never seen anything like this. Somehow the Blade is still in this match, and now Aleister Black with a kind of modified dragon sleeper on Jay White, but the Switchblade able to throw him off. So Ricky Steamboat got tossed out for being involved in a triple powerbomb, but the Blade did not. I wonder what the reasoning for that is from the referee, or it's possible that he didn't see the Blade's involvement. It's possible he was dealing with Aleister Black on the outside. I actually couldn't get a look at where the referee was. Either way, the Blade is still in this match. Samoa Joe has taken two triple power bombs, kicked out of one of them, and now it's Aleister Black taking the worst of these two men. Future shock DDT from Drew McIntyre. A throwback to, well, something that he used to do when he was a different man. This is a different Drew McIntyre than we've seen previously. Black looking for a DDT, I believe, and McIntyre's not having any of it. Jay White got a cheap shot in there on Black, and now McIntyre forces him into a reverse DDT. McIntyre now setting Black up for a dangerous Claymore, and you can see Black just shot backwards off of that Claymore. White out, Black in serious trouble, and Black kicks out of the Claymore. Jay White, Luthez press, by the way, in the corner of your screen on Samoa Joe. But my God, Aleister Black kicking out of the Claymore. This is unbelievable. McIntyre into a vertical suplex. World Champ Samoa Joe on the outside. Black is alone here against three extremely dangerous men. I don't know if Black really cares that much about how dangerous these men are. McIntyre once again with a future shock DDT. This time he's going for a pin right near the ropes. 2, 3. McIntyre gets the win with a future shock DDT. Samoa Joe could not make his way back into the ring. Wow, let's take a look back. That was the second triple powerbomb that Samoa Joe had taken. It was in full view of the referee as well. I can't believe that the referee did not at the very least eject the Blade for his role in that after he had ejected Ricky Steamboat. You gotta wonder what this referee may have been thinking. Hopefully we'll learn a little bit more about that, but either way, Drew McIntyre, the Claymore couldn't do the job. Aleister Black kicks out of the Claymore, and you can see there that Jay White, Luthez press on Samoa Joe, takes the world champion out of the match, and then McIntyre finishes off Aleister Black with this future shock DDT. Samoa Joe was not able to get back in the ring, and the Blade Runners stand tall here on Wednesday night. Storm, questions will be asked about the Blade's interference in the match to set up the triple powerbomb. So there is a lot for us to find out as things move on about who the Blade Runners are and what they want. For now, though, we have got just one more episode to go until Afterparty, so subscribe here on General Admission Wrestling so you don't miss it. Thank you so much. We appreciate you.